Hello guys, welcome to Tarot Predictions. Radko here, and this is going to be your weekly reading that is going to cover 19th of November till 26th of November. So that being said, I will shuffle now the cards, 3 cards per star sign, guys. We're starting with Aries first, and we're going to work all the way up to Pisces, which are going to be last but not least. So let me shuffle now, and while I'm doing that, I want to remind you that if you do want a private reading with me, you can purchase one at www.tarotpredictions.net, which is written here in the description of the video. And in case you want to support this channel, you can make a subscription to do so, which can be made also at my website, clicking by the members only section, and there you can choose the plan of your subscription, and also you can find the description of that page what you are going to get in return for your subscription. So I already shuffled, and now let's see what awaits Aries. Just let me 1 second. Yeah, okay, so Aries, 10 of Swords is the first card that awaits you, and then we do have the 8 of Swords, and after that we do have the Death card, guys. This is a major change coming into your life, a change that you have postponed so far, but there is no way moving on forward without cutting out that bridge which connects you with the past. 10 of Swords here doesn't play a role of a cataclysm. It doesn't play a role of betrayal or of something bad that is happening. It plays a role for you for that definitive conclusion you're gonna reach, a irreversible decision you're gonna make, because the things cannot go on the way that they are going on right now, either into your career or either into your relationship. It is basically you have exhausted all options available until now, and now there is only one thing you have to do. You have neglected it until now because you believe that you can save the day or you can save the situation, but that turns out not to be the case. Regardless of that, guys, regardless of that, Aries says, you should not feel any regret of burning that kind of a bridge, guys, for you, because the Death card here shows that the best is yet to come. I mean, you're embarking in a brand new field in your life, or kind of like you're setting up a closure. You have reached the rock bottom, if I can express myself that way, and now the only way for you is going upwards, so you can reach the brow of that kind of hole that you are finding yourself at, in case you're finding yourself at a very, very unbeneficial position. Now, if your position is kind of beneficial, then this card shows that there are some expenses you're doing which you don't have to do. You need to recognize that, guys, or kind of like you're throwing way too much efforts into it, and right now you basically need to open your eyes for what you're wasting. Take on that decision, what you need to cut off as an expenses, and basically start your new era clean and open toward the world to receive something very, very beautiful. So that was Aries. Wow, quite cool. Now let me shuffle, and we are going for Taurus. Okay, Taurus says Ace of Pentacles with 7 of Pentacles with Ace of Swords. Rather quite emotional week is that you are going to face, guys, because you are about to realize that some of your attitudes, some of your resources completely wasted, guys, just because you're trying to establish that security over a certain thing, either into your career or either into your relationship, but you are not taking under consideration that you cannot do that alone. Basically, it is someone else that needs to do it as well. For example, this kind of reminds me, or kind of strikes me with that kind of a relationship where you're trying everything for your partner, you're giving everything for your partner, and you're trying everything that you're capable of to make that relationship everlasting, and it does seem that your partner simply does not care at all, and they don't want to be in it, or kind of like it is whatever if they are or if they aren't. Or it could be that kind of a case where whatever they do, they just get away with it. It's because you are too madly in love with them, and that is the case here. So these cards are kind of urging you, Tauruses, to disrupt a little bit or distort a little bit the balance in that relationship. Raise your voice, guys. Show your mental strength, if you want to say it that way. Show to your partners that they cannot just simply do something and get away with it because, you know, they rely on your love, and so on and so on. You need to know that even though you raise your voice here, especially relationship wise, guys, it is not defined that that relationship excuse me, it is not defined that that relationship is going to necessarily break up. Just on the contrary, there is something that is yet to happen either into your relationship or either into your career, which is going to decide the fate of your projects, of your relationship, or whatever. So now is the best possible time for you to reach success into your business and harmony into your relationship by disrupting the flow of events, as I said, and raise up the uncomfortable questions toward either your bosses, your colleagues, or your partner if you're finding yourself into one relationship. So for those singles, these cards, guys, are showing that you are going to kind of be enthralled by somebody, but you're quickly going to realize that this person basically is not suitable for you during this week. So basically for you, Tauruses, it is a time for analyzation, and especially, guys, if you're throwing way too much from oneself and you're getting very little in return, you have to seriously reconsider your priorities and reprioritize and throw your efforts, throw your time, your resources into something much more productive. So don't be surprised, Tauruses, if you are hitting the wall with some of your projects or with some aspects of your relationship. If that's the case for you, just leave them be and focus your energy into something different, because we do have the Seven of Swords of Pentacles here, guys. And basically when that card is presented, simply during this week, there are some things that just really not gonna happen regardless of how much you invest in them. So you need to focus on only that which is really have an unfoldment for you. If your relationship isn't working out, then focus your strengths into your career and vice versa. But don't be afraid to raise the uncomfortable questions here, guys, because exactly those questions are going to stir your situation. Now, let me shuffle again, and we're going to Gemini. So Geminis, Seven of Swords, guys, with the Empress. This is what we do have here. And then the Five of Swords, very peculiar. Just give me 1 second. It is kind of, these cards are showing one battle, one war that you're going to lead up towards self-righteousness. What I mean is that you are going, some people are going to try to deprave you from a certain rewards that you need to get. Some people are going to be really sneaky and surreptitious towards you, and they will try to sling their way through success on your back. Okay, so we are having here that someone is going to try to use you, guys, Geminis. Don't allow this to happen. And as soon as you spot that kind of a behavior, guys, raise your voice for it, storm the situation. Only through storming your situation can be resolved, and only through storming you can place yourself into a very comfortable position. Only through storming your situation you can reap the fruits of your labor, either good or bad as well. And you have to be very careful before you actually raise your voice, and you need to think about what you're gonna say, how you're gonna say it, and in front of whom you're gonna say it. For that purpose, guys, it will be a very, very productive for your behalf if you withdraw from midst of activities, so you can take that kind of a decision, how exactly you're gonna execute your stand, how exactly you're gonna execute standing strong and showing strong spine. Also, you need to make certain plans here before you do that. Because people will try to take advantage of your weaknesses, so try to cover up your weaknesses as best you can. And what is the end of that here with the five of wands, guys? You're gonna force a chain of events which are going to be very, very dynamic, and they're gonna force certain surprises, certain around turns, if you want to say it that way, which means that let me give you that kind of an example. Let's say that your partner into your relationship is holding you by something, okay, and you storm the situation, you raise your voice, you provoke conflicts, guys, and these conflicts are going to end up favorable for you, because you're going to end up into your comfort zone, and not you will break that kind of a chain of events where you are holded by your partner by something, and just on the contrary, now you are going to hold them with something. So don't again be afraid to be self-righteous and to seek fairness into your situations and into your career as well, guys. I mean, if you are feeling bereft by your bosses for the account of somebody else, just storm your situation, because if you don't ask for it, the answer always is gonna be no, guys. So there is nothing wrong in that, and you have to do it again. However, be very careful to cover up for your weaknesses, because people, as soon as the war starts, the people will try to take advantage of them, and this is the last thing you want to happen there. You are aiming for that kind of a chaos. You need to aim for that kind of a dynamic into the whole routine, which means that the routine is going to shift completely, and through that shift you will have those surprises which can start a certain around turn. So as you are finding yourself in a disadvantageable position, after that you're going to find yourself into a very, very advantageous position. So let me shuffle now, and we're going to Cancer. Okay, Cancers, the Devil card. Then we do have the Page of Swords with the Knight of Swords, guys, and that kind of seems as a very, very tempting offer you're going to have from two people this week, okay, and an offer that is going to be very different by its nature. Well, it's going to be a same offer, but the terms are going to be very different by their nature, Now, it's very difficult to be determined which one you have to go for, okay, in case this is an offer, because there is a different interpretation of these cards, and I'm going to tell it after I'm finished with that. So who knows what he's talking about, that person. He has a plan how to really achieve what they are proposing, okay. What is the problem? That you need to keep up with them, otherwise you're going to be left, you're going to be forlorn along the way. That being said, you have to be very secure and kind of like quite sure that you can keep up with the motion that these people, or with the inertia that these people actually have. That could be a society, a social society, that could be a new company offering you a private job as a third party, and so on and so on. The next person that is going to be this one here, the Page of Swords, most likely a woman around your age or a little bit younger, and she doesn't seem that she knows what she's talking about. I mean, her explanations are merely theoretical, and in practice they cannot be implanted simply. So you are going to you're going to end up in a trap if you follow her. Now, if this isn't the proposition, guys, then it does look like that if this is about your relationship or you are single, again, two people into your life coming up, which one you have to go for? Neither of them, because both of them are very, very self-proclaimed, if I can say it that way, or people that only seek their personal interest and nothing else. If this isn't a proposition at all, then these cards are showing that you have to be very careful, or kind of like very analytical about where your desires and urges are dragging you toward, because if you frantically strive toward what you truly need, a lot can be lost along the way, which means that you have to be a little bit more gentle with your approaches this week, and you have to be a little bit more elaborative, or you need to elaborate more, guys, especially if you want to prove your point, because you should not assume that people know what you're talking about, or you should not assume that some facts are globally known. Okay, people sometimes doesn't know things which are obvious, so you have to elaborate more. But in general, this week is not going to be it's not going to be a major week for you, Cancers. It's just going to be a resistance toward a very, very big urge that is going to happen for you, and in order to make that urge successful, again, you should not be frantic about chasing it. Okay, you need to be a gentle one. That urge could be into your career or into your relationship, it does depend, guys, but either way you have to be more analytical, and you need to have that self-critics as well. Okay, so after that we are going to Leo. Okay, Leos, 10 of Cups, first card, with the 3 of Pentacles, second card, with the Queen of Swords, third card, guys. That will be a very productive week for you, because for what it seems, you have finally placed the foundations of something, I don't know, into your career or into your relationship. Either way, guys, let me explain it that way. This is a reaching of a checkpoint of a long-term preparation, or rather execution of a long-term preparation, and whatever you are executing now, that starts giving results. However, most likely career reading, seriously, it is what we do have here. Yeah, it is all about your money, guys. So this is a way of you earning money that you will be able to start at least executing very, very well. That could be your new promotion, or it could be new new job, if you want to say it that way, or a project, or very, very generous reading for those which having a private business. It does mean that a plan of yours, you had a business plan of yours, is now starting to bring benefits for you. Talking about relationship, these cards may show that some of your relationships, or kind of like a relationship of yours, is now starting to pay off. What I mean is that you and your partner no longer have any secrets. You and your partner are completely known to one another, and you are in peace with it. However, if you are if this reading is in a career field for you, Leos, then we do have a woman here spotting you, how successful you can be further in the future, so you can receive a certain proposition for executing your plan even further. And well, how can I place in words? She really knows how to utilize your plan, guys. It is just, the thing is that she rather thinks more for herself rather than for you. So in case you go for her proposition, you need to very carefully negotiate the terms of the contract, and definitely sign a contract, people. Otherwise, you may be bereft from a certain benefits of your plan. But nonetheless, guys, the plan you do have for your career Leos, or the plan how you start earning more money, definitely will work out. And it requires a lot of preparations, as I said, or you had to be prepared by now. You had to make your preparations by now meticulously. And if you did so, well, then congratulations, you increase your financial state. If you didn't, well, you are going to receive a certain criticism. You're going to learn from that criticism. And next time you execute your plan, guys, then it's going to be perfect. And you are going to kind of win additional resources. So for Leo, it seems that they will have some improvement into their financial state, which is awesome. And there's just one thing I want to add here, guys. You have to find that sweet spot of happiness by the money that you are earning, because the more you earn, the more you want, which is into our human nature. And that could play you a bad joke, really. I mean, you need to acknowledge when you have enough for now and you have to take a break. Otherwise, the break is going to be forced to you, and along with it, you may lose some of these resources. Now, next one, that is going to be Virgo. Okay, for Virgo, we do have the Strength card with the Nine of Swords, with the Queen of Pentacles. So, guys, this is mostly career-orientated reading here. It does look like that. How can I really express it, guys? It does look like as a urge to fix some unexplored, or kind of like, well, how can I really express it here? This is an urge to take advantage of unexplored opportunities from the past. Okay, so this is how it's gonna go for you, Virgos. It's kind of like there were certain situations in your past that you truly wanted to execute, but by that time you didn't have the time nor the resources to do so. Well, guess what? This week, a payback time, guys. So that being said, it does look like that you vigorously are gonna plunge yourself back into the past, especially career-wise. As I said, you're gonna take knowledge of what was done wrong back then, and right now you're gonna do, or at this very moment, you're gonna do the right thing, and you're going to execute these kind of past missed opportunities, guys. Now, the Strength card here with the Nine of Swords does express that despite the failure, I mean, the bigger the failure were in the past, the stronger the urge of fixing that is going to be, and the higher the enthusiasm you will have in order to do so. So yeah, for you Virgos, you will have that opportunity this week to take advantage of unexplored opportunities, for unexplored options available back in the past. Thus, you will consolidate and solidify your current position in your job, or you're going to solidify the positions you have against a customer of yours into your private business. Talking about your relationship, guys, with this card, that shows that shows a realization for you, Virgo, how much you count on your partner, or how much your partner means for you. It is kind of like a sudden insight that you're gonna have, okay, that suddenly you basically cannot live without the person next to you in general. I mean, it doesn't have to be with this one that you are at right now, but it will be a sense that you basically cannot spend your life alone, okay? And for those which are single, they will start considering recent denials they did towards certain people. They will start considering a recent interactions they had with people with which relationships were possible, and maybe then they will decide to give it a second go, you know, a second chance to those people. Thus, a relationship is very possible with someone that you already know, Virgo. But it is, as I said, it is most likely career orientated, guys, and you shouldn't be you shouldn't be afraid to acknowledge that back in the past you had to do the things different, or you should have done the things different, because only through acknowledging that you will be able to get back into the past so you can make those things different. Being proud right now in this week, it's something that is not going to play out well for you. I mean, you need to place your pride on the shelf and plunge back to fix your mistakes. Plunge yourself back to fix your mistakes, excuse me, guys. So the next one, that is going to be Libra. Okay, for Libras, the Hermit with the Knight of Swords, with the Devil card. So that will be how can I say it, guys? That will be a correctional time for you. What I mean is that you will slowly but steady going to realize, guys, that some of the things you are doing right now are either in vain, or they basically doesn't have any benefit for your future. Okay, so it is very likely that you Libras are going to reconsider certain approaches you do have towards certain situations, or rather most likely into your career, guys, but it's not excluded as well that that could be into your relationship. What is peculiar here with these cards is that you're about to realize that some things you really want, badly want, are actually stupid, and they will not benefit you in the grand scheme of things. And you will make these sacrifices for the greater good here. So basically, let me give you on certain examples. Okay, let's say that you desperately want that promotion, okay, or rather very much want that promotion, but now this week you are going to realize that this promotion ain't going to lead you anywhere, okay, or it's kind of like it will do more harm than good in reality. This being said, it is very likely for you Libras, especially career wise, to take on a sudden turn into your career, to swipe either left or right from your career. And even though some people are not going to be very happy of your newfound direction, that direction you're going to choose is going to be chosen by your wisdom and your intelligence. So whenever someone disputes your choice, you can ask them, or kind of like you can remind them that by questioning your choice of career, it's insulting your intelligence and your wisdom. Talking about your relationship, Libras, with these cards, then it is kind of very likely, guys, that you are going to sacrifice certain approaches, again, as I said, for the grand scheme of things, for the greater good of your family, of your relationship, or of your future of relationship. This being said, you're going to suppress certain wishes that you do have, that you want to express, because you're going to realize that these wishes that you do have been coming true, or like materializing them, you are only going to place certain heavy stones on the neck of that relationship, on the neck of your family, or on the neck of your boyfriend, which after that are going to be very hard to be broken. And basically you are going to make autogol on yourself, in your door, you know. So that being said, guys, be very careful what you say, be very careful what you want, especially, and all of your wishes, approaches, all of your speeches needs to be very intelligently organized and intelligently proven, and also you need to act from wisdom and not from selfishness. Okay. Next, we are going for Scorpio. For you guys, we do have the Magician with the Star card, with the Five of Swords. So a major change coming up into your life, guys, realizing your true potential, Scorpios. It is what we do have here, guys. It is very likely that this week you are about to win a lot of followers with your deeds, with your agendas, with your ideas in general. Wow. Okay, someone is telling me that outside it is raining snow. Well, happy for snow for those who are experiencing it right now. Anyway, so yeah, basically you are going to win a lot of followers. That's one thing, but because you're about to see that your ideas, and not just all your ideas, but the things you are doing right now, they're unfolding, guys, and they're unfolding quite well. Actually, they will surpass your expectations. That are going to breed a lot of self-esteem, and also is going to give you big inertia to move with them in the future. That being said, you're gonna force a huge change, guys, with the way you are doing things. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is that you will approach differently from a different angles your things into your career and into your relationship. Now, career-wise, for you, Scorpio, it does look like that you're gonna cut off a lot of noxious people from your field and into your relationship as well. What I mean is that there will be no compromise here with people that are trying to hurt your relationship, or with the people that are trying to hurt your career. Let's say that you are your mother, Scorpio, is an enemy to your relationship. Then you are completely going to cut off your mother from the relationship. And for example, if the father of your boyfriend or a girlfriend is an enemy of the relationship, you're going to completely cut them off, which means that that is going to force that kind of a change. And in the same time, you're going to give your unfolding love to your partner, unconditional support, and so on and so on. But it is very important here, guys, to present just as one is, because if your partner doesn't like you for what you are, then this relationship will never go on as far as it can go on. And for your career, guys, these cards are showing that you need to give your unique contribution. What I mean is that you shouldn't take, for an example, this person and that person. You need to do the things your own personal way, okay? For example, no copycatting. That is what I'm trying to say here. You need to raise yourself above the situation and see the things from your own perspective, guys, because your own perspective is true perspective. And right now, even if you don't have the followers right now, you're definitely gonna have it, because your art, Scorpios, it's unique. And you have to show it in front of the world. And of course, it's something unstandard, guys, but there is a train for everybody. It is what we Bulgarians like to say. And sooner or later, if you're true to yourself, if you're true to your knowledge, if you're true to your skills, if you're true to how you do things, guys, your success is inevitable. So I urge you, my brethren, don't allow anybody to tell you what to do. Don't allow anybody to point you someone as an example. You have your own personal contribution, unique contribution to this world, and let it shine, guys. Don't allow someone to shade it away from you. Now the next one, that is going to be Sagittarius, and let me shuffle now. So Sagittarius is Six of Pentacles is the first card, with the King of Wands, guys, with the Two of Wands. Well, even though it doesn't look like that you deserve it, I'm sorry that I'm saying it that way. It does look like that someone is going to place a bet on you. What I mean is that despite of lack of knowledge, despite of lack of skills, someone will be willing to invest in you to especially if we're talking about career. That could be your boss assigning you to a project that you are not quite well qualified for that, but it doesn't exclude, excuse me, also the possibility that your boss is going to make you qualified. This is an urge for somebody around you that sits on a very high place to give you a chance that he usually don't give it to a people like you or to a people into your personal state, which means, guys, that this is your opportunity to shine. This is your opportunity to open a lot of doors for oneself. Don't waste it out. But what I need to warn you is that you need to know your place. You shouldn't trespass the place given to you by that person, which means that you need to honor the hierarchy, and the hierarchy will be brought to bear, which from another point of view, well, let me express it that way. Let's say that your boss, it's really kind to you, and it gives you whatever you require, which is the thing here. Although your boss doesn't have the same attitude toward the other people into your environment, into your work. Okay, this is the things that you don't deserve. I mean, you will have that special treatment from your boss into your career, and the mistake you are going to do is to think that your boss have a special behavior towards you, or it's your friend. They're not your friend, they're your bosses, and you have that kind of a special treatment because they saw something in you that they can develop even further, so they can actually take advantage of it further in the future. So don't mistake your situation, guys. Take advantage of it. Take advantage of the blessings that you have during this career time, during this week into your career. Take advantage of the resources given to you by your boss, guys, to open yourself a door, to learn something, to execute something. But don't misjudge this kind of situation as a act of friendship. It is act of kindness. It is act of of a wish you to be seen as a successful person, but it is not an act of friendship. If we're talking about your relationship, and your relationship isn't going very well here, guys, well then congratulations, you have your second go with these cards. Out of goodwill, your partner will keep up their positive attitude, and even if the relationship doesn't deserve it, they are going to give a second chance on that. And you have to be rather slow on that chance. You shouldn't be way too tenacious. You shouldn't be way too frantic about consolidating your relationship right now, because first thing you need to work on is regaining back the trust from your partner. That is the first and mandatory thing. And after that, the relationship can become fully healthy and fully productive again as it was before. Now let me shuffle, guys, and we're going to the next one, which is Capricorns. Capricorns, Ace of Cups with the Lover's card, with the Seven of Wands. So this is also a change that is going to happen for you guys. How can I place it in words? Well, basically, let's talk about your career first. It does look like that you will be in complete synchrony into your career. The things that you are going to do you are going to really enjoy. And not only that, guys, but you will be able to resolve some past difficulties that you had into your career, which seemed unresolvable back then, but right now, just because the string of events in such position, you will be able to find yourself out of those kind of misfortunate situation. This is talking about career, and why it is because the universe is going to present you with the exact right conditions of reaction to those kind of past and old difficulties. Career wise, this is all about resolving old issues, guys, that you do have, which are holding you back of making change into your career, making change into your current place, making change into the interactions with your colleagues as well. And yeah, well, basically, you seeing those resolutions, guys, it's going to transcend your daily routine into your career. You're going to see that there is justice. You're going to see that everybody gets what they deserve, and you are going to see yourself successful into the things you couldn't brought to the very end in the past. And these cards are showing one's synchrony with one's intentions and one's actions and one's expectations, which means that what you want to do, you are going to do it, and you are going to get exactly what you are expecting from it, which it is kind of breathe a very productive week if you don't slack, guys. And also you need to maintain that good thumb in between you and your colleagues. Even though your colleagues are going to give you somewhat a hard time, they're going to dispute some of your actions and some of your approaches, guys, keep the good thumb in between you two. Try to explain them toward what end you are doing it. They don't need to know why, but toward what end you are doing it and what is going to be the profit, and you're going to see that the opposition will drop off quite quickly. Talking about your relationship, well, these cards are showing that you will have full harmony with your relationship, guys, because you will know exactly how to react to a provocation from your partner. You will know exactly how to handle certain situations into them, because the conditions are going to be given to you in order to react on them. So this week is going to be very peaceful for your relationship, and if executed correctly, guys, you don't really be angry at your partner, and you don't bring back, let's say, old mistakes they did. You can really have that week full of love and full of empathizement in between you two, full of interactions that are going to end up very, very positively. What you need to know, guys, here, or what you need to nourish here, is that everybody has their own personality, and sometimes you need to show forgiveness. Sometimes things are happening for a reason, and that reason is yet to be uncovered. Thus, as I said, the right conditions will be given to you guys to make the things right into your career and into your relationship. Now, the next one, that is going to be which is going to force a change in your life. That should be a major change, guys. Now, the next one, that is Aquarius. Okay, so Aquarius is the star card, is the first one. Then we do have the Knight of Cups, and after that, that will be the Page of Wands, guys. Just one second. Okay, so these cards this week, guys, these cards are showing how much support you will have from the people around you. Okay, people are going to show much love. People are going to show much support toward the things you're doing, and especially I think that you are trying you're slogging against. Okay, this isn't just trying to do, but this is a sluggish activity that you do have, and at a certain point you're probably wondering, is it really worth it, and toward what end I'm doing these things. That could be slogging toward stabilizing one relationship, that could be a slogging toward finalizing a certain project. And yeah, there is a reason for that, guys, and the reason is that you are about to, at the end, you're about to realize how strong person you are. And when you finalize it, you are going to receive a, not just a recognition, people, but also a certain message will come to you with a reward that you do deserve. Now, the thing here with these cards, guys, is that the age of a turmoil for you, Aquarius, is almost over. Okay, and turmoils either into your career or either into your relationship, and you are about to, how can I place it in words, you are about to have the opportunity to restart your things. Make this one count. It is what I like to say, guys. But nonetheless, people, even though you will have that support from your colleagues or from your friends that you're trying to slog your way through those kind of activities, they cannot help you. These things you have to conquer alone. Again, so you realize in reality how strong you are. And for your brighter future, you don't underestimate your personal strength, guys. And on top, this is coming up with the part that you will not allow anybody to basically tell you that you are no worth for anything, okay? Because there are these kind of mean people. But it's kind of like this week for you, Aquarius, it's all about you proving yourself that despite that you have so much support around you, you can do something for a change on your own. And the victory for you guys is going to be so sweet, you cannot even imagine. And it's going to force, as we see here with the star card, is going to force a very, very sunny days for you. And now, last but not least, we do have Pisces. Okay, so 9 of Cups for Pisces with the Ace of Pentacles, guys, with the Page of Swords. So, just 1 second, guys. So that's, these cards actually are showing that, how can I really express it here? Well, let's say it that way, guys. You are about to achieve a grand thing here with these 2 cards, okay? And a lot of people will envy you for it. So if you are single, most likely you are going to be able to establish a relationship with a desired by many suitors. Okay, so let's say that you are in this company, that recently in that company that guy came up with, which every single girl in the company wants to be with him, but this guy is now only giving you the attention one needs to make one relationship. Okay, so people are going to envy you and people are going to confront you for it. And into your career, guys, that could be the promotion you you are going to receive, or it could be the project that everybody wants, and you are going to receive that envy from the people. Okay, but regardless of that, you shouldn't pay too much attention to these people which are envying you for your success. Just on the contrary, you need to, guys, kind of focus to bring that success into the further level, which means that when that guy approach you, if you are, or a girl, if you are single, then you have to act upon it. And despite that your friends are really jealous, you shouldn't sacrifice the opportunity for yourself to be happy just because some of your friends are jealous, okay, and they envy you. As a matter of fact, if they are true friends, the only thing they can do is to be happy for you instead of being jealous and to be envy of your happiness, you know what I mean? And same goes for your career. As soon as you get your project done, as soon as you get your reward, as soon as you reach that success into your career, because these two cards are showing nothing else but success here. And then we have the jealousy, guys, in the envy, someone that is trying to sleep you down through the precipitous slope, so you cannot be able to take advantage of that kind of achievement, or not finalize your achievement. Because also, yeah, the success is there for you, definitely there, but in order to make it long lasting, you also need to attend to it, you need to stabilize it, you need to consolidate it. So there are some things there that requires your meticulous attitude, okay? And people will try to divert your attention, people will try to distract you from your true task, and your true task needs to be to, you know, to consolidate your success here into this week, because the success will be there for you, Pisces. That could be, as I said, striking off the deal of the century for yourself, being enthralling the big fish in the sea as a suitor, guys, having an engage for your boyfriend, even though some of your friends doesn't want to see you there, reaching up a peace with somebody around you. You have to name it, because the Ace of Pentacles here promises you wealth, but the wealth, it's different for every single one of you, one of us, and you have to define what is wealth for you, okay? Because you can have your wealth, but you need to work hard for it, okay? And despite of all envy in the world, it does look like that you're going to receive it at the end if you are meticulous with your performance toward receiving it, guys. So that was the weekly reading for all 12 people here on Tarot Predictions, and I say thank you all for watching, and I hope that it's going to help you go through that week. If you do want a private reading, again, I want to remind you that you can purchase one at www.tarotpredictions.net, which is written here in the description of the video. And if you wish to support this channel, guys, you can make a subscription also at my website on the members only section, and there you can choose. There are a variety of plans you can choose from, and also you can find an information what you're gonna get in return for your subscription. With that being said, people, thank you all for watching again, and we're going to see each other next time. Until then, you take care now. Bye.